Mr. President, I rise today to honor my Commerce Committee Staff Director, Dave Schwietert, who's leaving the Hill after almost 16 years, I should say, of service here in the United States Senate. Early in Dave's career, he worked for the late Senator Craig Thomas. And for the past 11 years, Dave has worked on my staff serving his home state of South Dakota. He started with me as a staffer at the Environment and Public Works Committee when I first arrived in the Senate. After I left the Environment and Public Works Committee, I was then lucky enough to have Dave serve as my legislative director for 6 years. When I became ranking member of the Commerce Committee, Dave came over as minority staff director, a position in which he served for 2 years before becoming majority staff director this year. Mr. President, Dave is the kind of staffer that you always hope to get as a member. He has a brilliant mind. His memory for the most arcane details of any policy is almost legendary. In fact, if you look up policy wonk in the dictionary, you'd probably find a picture of Dave Schwietert, and I say that with the greatest amount of affection. But he has a deep dedication to his work. I've relied on his intellect and dedication more times than I can count over the years. But those aren't the only things that distinguish Dave as a staff director. One of the things I appreciate the most about Dave is his commitment to helping younger staff members develop their abilities. That's a great quality around here, where oftentimes people have a hard time learning how to delegate and learning how to bring younger staff members along. His patience, his teaching ability are well known, and staffers who've worked under Dave come away with sophisticated analytical skills and a deep understanding of the issues. Mr. President, the Commerce Committee's had a lot of successes this year, most notably passage of two major pieces of legislation, the Surface Transportation Board Reauthorization Bill and the first long-term highway bill in a decade. Dave Schwietert was a key figure in each of those accomplishments. We've known for a long time that the Surface Transportation Board needed to work better, and Dave has really been working on this reauthorization since I first became a member of the Commerce Committee. This year, we were finally able to get it done, and Dave can leave the Senate with the knowledge that legislation he helped enact will permanently improve things for all those American farmers and businesses who rely on our nation's rail system to get their goods to the marketplace. This year's landmark transportation bill, which will strengthen our nation's infrastructure and boost our economy for years to come, was the product of a tremendous amount of work from multiple committees. At the Commerce Committee, we developed the bill's extensive safety title, and Dave was once again a key figure in that process. I'm particularly proud of the fact that we managed to move from a party line vote on the Commerce title to strong bipartisan support by the time we were done. In fact, when it cleared the United States Senate, it was with 83 votes. Dave deserves a tremendous amount of credit for that. His ability to build consensus among members and staff of both parties is a huge reason that we were able to pass a long-term transportation bill this year. Mr. President, another thing I've always appreciated about Dave is his commitment to South Dakota. Like me, Dave is a proud South Dakota native. In fact, he comes from western South Dakota, Rapid City. I'm a western South Dakota product, and in fact, in South Dakota, you're either East River or West River, and we both come from West River. But through his time on the Commerce Committee, he's never forgotten about the needs of South Dakota families, farmers, and businesses. That's always been forefront in his mind. I'm grateful for that, and I know there are a lot of South Dakotans who are grateful for the bills that he's helped pass. Dave's work will have a tremendously positive impact on South Dakota for many years to come. Mr. President, while it's difficult to overstate how much Dave will be missed around here, I'm happy that he's found an exciting new opportunity. It's been said that lightning never strikes the same place twice, but as in so many other things, Dave breaks the mold on this one as well. In fact, he was struck by lightning not once, not twice, but 3 times while on a rock climbing trip. But that hasn't discouraged him, and I, for one, am grateful for that commitment and tenacity. My thanks also go out to Dave's wife, Sandra, his son, Evan, and his daughter, Lauren, for allowing me to keep their husband and father here many times late into the evening. Mr. President, I know I speak for a lot of people when I say that Dave will be deeply missed, but he should know that he goes forward with the respect and the gratitude of many and the warmest wishes for all his future endeavors. Mr. President, I yield the floor.